I just want to show off these sleeves because I think they're badass. Welcome to the Rage Nation, everyone. I am a Raging Raven, and yes, I rage, and welcome back to another edition of, well, not my Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck profile, but this guy's Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck profile. Introduce yourself.
I am 12 Davis Songo84 on YouTube as well.
Alright then, so this deck profile, what is it?
This is a deck I made called Red Eyes Burndown.
Red Eyes Burndown.
Yes, it was originally a Red Eyes Power Dragon deck and I had, but then there's some of the new Red Eyes cards came out, such as Black Flare and Flare Metal. So I threw them in, and it came up with a new deck. And I didn't quite know what I wanted to do with it, just for Red Eyes Burn or Red Eyes Beatdown. So I did a mixture, and the name Red Eyes Burndown just came about as a result.
Well then, let's shut up and actually get onto the curiosity of this deck then.
Okay then. First up, we have the man himself, Red Eyes Black Dragon.
Can't run a Red Eyes deck without him.
Nope, you can't.
I don't think there's much needed explanation about that guy. He's just a vanilla 4K 2/4 beta. Do not listen to the Mad Crow.
Next up,
I think that should be my next YouTube name, Mad Crow.
So next up, just because it's dragons, it's a decent monster. We've got Assault Wyvern, a Kyber card.
So what does this... Damn, Whiting, so what does this card do?
Well, when it destroys a monster in battle, I contribute it to summon a dragon from my hand.
Fair enough.
So it fits in, it's got 1/8 attack as well, so...
Pretty decent attacking body.
So again, fits in with the theme.
Level 10 or lowest.
Card that kind of goes without saying. Black Metal Dragon.
Without saying is right.
Says you run Red Eyes, you're on this guy.
The fact that it can search any Red Eyes card as well just makes it even dumb.
Yeah. Another card that not many people would probably think of, but would make a lot of sense in a deck like this. Red Dragon.
So what does Red Dragon do?
Well, it's a tuner, where it's only got 1/1 attack, but if it's destroyed in battle, you get to search out a level 3 or lower dragon type monster from your deck. So for example, you get to search out this guy.
Or the Blackstone of Legend.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing most of the times you would usually kamikaze that guy, would you?
Well, I'd sit on him for defence, and I can easily search him out anyway with a certain card that's coming up. Which, if you've seen a certain other video on my channel, you'll probably know will be coming. But double this guy as well.
Keeper of a Shrine. It's kind of funny. Keeper of a Shrine is built for Red Eyes, but yet for some odd reason he works well with everything that has a dragon in it.
I know, right?
Oh dear. Oh dear.
This is not good. It's double tribute, so it's easy to get my Red Eyes out, and it's good defence. If any dragon leaves the field at all, just get this guy out. And it goes the theme with other monsters in the deck as well.
Activate recardination.
So next up, sort of a relic from the, let's say, the Power Dragon deck. Mash Dragon. Destroyed in battle, you get a dragon with 1/5 attack from your deck. So you can say that's
and special summon this, ignoring some
Black Metal, Drag, Keeper.
Gains its effect.
And plus it's good defence as well.
Draw, it's not Flow Guardian. So this effect when it's disagree.
Search and stall at the same time.
It's a classic, we can't go wrong with that.
If there's a spell card among them, I can add it to me.
Next up, we've got Black Flare.
Oh, only one. So what's the reason for one?
It's one in the main deck at the minute. It's mainly for the deck size. But I do run another one though. So you'll see it eventually. This other one goes without saying.
Red Eye Darkness Metal. It sucks that this card is limited. It sucks that this card is limited.
I first started running this deck. I ran 2 of these and 2 Red Eyes Wyvern. I went Future Fusion with that and another dragon that's coming up in a minute. Just play Future Fusion, say 2 of these, 2 Wyverns and that other dragon. End my turn, get 2 of these out, bang, straight away, 2/8 attack, and I've got more coming next turn. So, yeah. I actually thought that before Darkness Metal had even been fought for the anime, before it even got the anime effect. In which case, I'm pretty much hardly anyone would have been able to play it. That would have been one of the very few people who would have been able to play it. Next 2 cards are not the same monster, but I'll introduce them at the same time. Retro Dragon, because it's Red Eyes and Wyvern, because it's a 1/8 attack and you can use it to bring your Red Eyes back, so win-win. So.
Win-win scenario, can't go wrong.
Plus it's a 1/8 attacker, so it's a decent monster to have around. So even if you could just still summon it, you can still use it with Red Dragon for Synchro.
Negate it with this.
Which I do run in this deck.
Fine.
And like I say, it's a 1/8 attacker, so it can't go wrong. Next up, Strong Wind Dragon.
Alright, damn flare. There we go.
One of the very few monsters in this deck I never special summon.
Now why is that?
Because of its effect. Because if you tribute summon it, by tributing a dragon type monster, it gains half that dragon's attack.
Oh, you summoned that?
He always does piercing damage.
Alright then, so I see why you decide to use it as a tribute part then.
Plus, he can't be destroyed in battle by a monster with the same attack.
This effect in it.
Same attack?
Yeah, so he's basically Kaiser Glider, but better. That's why I run it. And it's Jack Atlas card as well. Jack Atlas instead of Seto Kaiba.
Joey Wheeler, Seto Kaiba and Jack Atlas all forming into one deck. That's the madness that this guy can come up with.
And Charles Princeton as well.
Wait, what? Oh god, yes, I just realised. Oh,
Charles Princeton.
oh god, no.
Yeah.
So he used it with Arm Dragon. The next one goes without saying.
Blackstone of Legend. So why 2 over 3? Why 2 over 3?
Yeah, Spaceman.
Fair enough.
I only really need 2. I think I've got a third copy.
Right, so
but I don't really need it. That's it. It kind of gets recorded if I did run a third. So yeah.
I see.
Especially with the way the Red Eyes is. Yeah, it only summons from death.
Shit.
And then I can also use people trying to bring Red Eyes out. So it doesn't really hurt running it too. Next up, White Knight Dragon for a bit of power.
Fair enough.
The main reason I run this is because it's 3,000 attack for a start. And plus, he looks like he throws in Red Eyes. So, yeah.
Not gonna argue with that.
That's how I thought, why not? Plus, if your opponent tries to target it, spells on for a spell or trap, it takes it
Very powerful.
and I can redirect attacks to it if need be.
Yeah, especially with a 3,000 body like that. Bloody Nora.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it, isn't this guy like the predecessor to Hope Harbinger Dragon now that I think about it? Bloody hell.
Probably. I can't remember
Moving
its
along.
effects, but yeah. Next up, you may think it's a strange choice, but I do have a very good reason for running this guy.
Yamato Dragon. Okay then, so what's the reason for this guy?
Well, I can very easily summon him, because he's a dragon, so keeper, and plus he's a spirit monster, so when he returns to my hand at the end phase, I get my keeper back.
Keeps it going on a yo-yo sort of trend. It's so stupid how keeper works in those regards, and especially with Yamato Dragon, I can see why.
Plus, a problem I soon found with this deck was I quickly kept running out of hand. So when he inflicts battle damage, I get to draw until I have 5 cards in my hand, so it fixes that issue. And like I said, it's Dragon type, so it's got synergy with the rest of the deck. So I don't have to do it. I don't really have to make any changes.
Sad part is that even works when you set it as well. If your opponent stupidly attacks into it, that still works that way.
Because it's got 3-1 defense.
Yep. Alright, so moving along from this guy.
And that's it for monsters.
So how many monsters was that actually?
That's about 22.
22? Oh, seriously? Okay, then let's move along to Spell and Trap.
Next up, Dacol.
Self-explanatory.
Dacol.
How do you fusion someone?
I would run like Raigeki, but I don't have it, and this kind of works better in this deck anyway.
Fair enough.
No reason. So it's not better on that.
Kind of.
Dragon Shrine.
Fair enough. Well, a lot of things are normal.
Goes
So.
without saying. With this, I sort of, the main play I go with this is sort of go Red Eyes, and because it's not ditch a keeper.
Yeah. Oh,
So, yeah.
that's the one within.
Never go wrong with that.
Card effects anymore. Look at this.
I don't mind that.
Next up, I'm so glad this I'm so glad that this came back. It's maybe the older version,
It's absolutely
Future
fine.
Fusion.
Bloody hell, like. There we go. So Future Fusion, this card needs no explanation. It sucks that it's errated, but what you gonna do?
It actually kind of doesn't hurt this deck. Because I still get a nice play, I still get the summon. And I could just do nothing next turn. It's like, yeah.
Wow.
Like I said, when I used to play last time, I used to go.
Yeah.
My choices used to be two of these,
Obviously, I can't target you.
two of these,
So, and then press on my
and
card.
this guy. I've even done it several times.
Yeah.
Like I said, just simply, bunch two of these and get this guy out.
Well, I don't get it. No, just to anyone who was wondering, no, I didn't get this. Somebody else showed me something on their phone and I didn't understand it. Continue.
Like I said, I banished two of these two, get these two out, and then next turn, I'd very likely get this guy out.
Pretty much a big whole clusterfuck fest of what's going to happen.
With him, but I've got plenty of ways to get him anyway, so it doesn't really hurt.
So, well then, let's continue with the deck then.
Double monster incarnation,
Fair enough.
because I can discard and get. Again, it doesn't really hurt this deck anyway. So,
Especially with cards like Blackstone of Legend and stuff like
yeah, I
that.
still get the recycle, and Red Wyvern, he likes being in graveyard. Keep it at shrine. It doesn't matter if it's in your hand or the graveyard. So you know, next up, I'm going to show these two together.
Ooh.
Turn of Dragon Lord and Silver's Cry.
So why one of each?
Well, the thing is, there are situations where this card is better than this card, and where this card is better than this card.
So situational purposes,
Yeah.
So in other words, it's not basically situation. It's just a matter of you want to see it sometimes, but not all the times.
Yeah, exactly.
Sometimes you want to see Return of the Dragon Lords. Other times you don't want to see Return of the Dragon Lords. Punch me in the face if I do that again.
Either way, I'm gonna get a high-powered monster, high-level monster out either way. So it doesn't hurt. Plus this. Upside of this is you get protection, but the upside of this is it's quick play, so you can go surprise on your opponent's turn. It's like they attack and you've got nothing on field. It's like I attack, it's like Red Eyes.
Not just that, you can also use it to manipulate the battle phase as well, summon an extra monster after you've already attacked.
That's true.
So you can push the game that way.
Where this deck works out. Where this deck works.
Yes. So this is basically a full-out Dragon Brawl-out deck. So Solidarity makes complete sense in this deck.
Yeah, and they're all dragons in this deck, every single card. So I just need a dragon in graveyard. And with this deck, that's not exactly difficult.
Plus it turns a card like Red Eyes from 24 into 3-2. Yeah, 3-2.
I can get over Blue Eyes with it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's actually
And the versions of this deck with this card have actually beaten Blue Eyes.
I like how Blue Eyes was the first thing that came to your head.
It does actually.
Yeah.
A version of this, an earlier variant of this deck with this card has actually beaten Blue Eyes as well. So yeah,
It's true.
and you want that.
That's true.
Next
That's
up,
also true. But I would give
Triple
you
Stamping.
Stamina Destruction. Well, you got a lot of normal summonable Dragon-type monsters, so this pretty much acts like a... well, it doesn't act like an MST, it behaves more like Night Beam, but it gives you an extra 500 damage on top, yes.
It's where the burn thing comes in as well as with Black Flare.
I see.
So it got extra burn damage. So yeah, but that's it for spells. It's got lovely synergy. It's got lovely synergy with the deck as well. So the opponent's expects you. The opponent's sitting on a face down. It's like they expect you to attack. You just go stamping. It's like, by the way, that's 500.
Moving along.
Moving on to trap cards.
Oh, you know, that can be even more bloody well perfectly timed.
I know, right?
I don't think Blazing Mirror Force needs an explanation. What it is Mirror Force and Ring of Destruction combined into one love child.
I say it fits in with it. It's got beautiful synergy with this deck. It's just burn. It's like, you lost so monsters. Burn. So, forget about that. It's got triple bribe.
Triple bribe.
Yes, spell and trap negation. Again, it's from the older version, one of the older versions, all the older versions of this deck. Yeah.
So like I said, I get a +1 out of it, but Echo, as long as you negate something like a Geki or their strikes even, yeah, this can even get rid of strikes and warnings even.
Counter trap against counter trap. Perfectly self-explanatory.
So if I go for the big end game play, my opponent like, tries to mirror force it, I can just go bribe. It's like, yeah, no. Next up, Double Dragon's Rage.
Oh, this is an old one. If I recall correctly, this one's the one that gives all dragons piercing damage, right?
Yep,
yes.
Correct.
Fair enough.
Because it doesn't really work with strong wind dragon, but what are you going to do?
What are you going to do?
It works with everybody else, so it doesn't really matter.
Plus, it's going to be pretty big piercing damage thanks to cards like Solidarity.
Yeah.
Yes, it's got a wonderful synergy. I say it's
Last of the burn cards. Whoa.
Magic Cylinder, more burn.
Partly for burn, partly because it's just me.
Yeah, that
People
is
fear me for that card. People.
Such a troll card.
I have won more duels with this card than is funny.
That is a beautiful card, and that was an evil.
I tell you a little story behind this though.
In a trap.
It's like when I went to Doncaster regionals once, I literally used light swans. I ran this into it. I was losing all day and I was getting pretty upset about it. And then last and final duel, pulled this on my opponent after a top deck, and everybody turned around and went, "Oh, I've not seen that since 2002."
Yeah, in the games as well, this is such a killer card. I always try and get it. I always put it in my decks in the games. That and Mirror Force, it's a mainstay for my decks is this card.
Very nice.
It's got wonderful synergy. It's got beautiful synergy. Well, with burn as well, and it's such an oldie, a golden oldie. Yugi card. Yugi Moto played this card.
Oh god, there's Yugimoto in this deck now.
GG.
Yeah. There are all kinds in this deck. But anyway, like I said, that's the main deck.
Right then, so moving along to the next one.
Extra deck. The current extra deck. Yeah, with the 6 sleeves. First up, it's Dragons.
Self-explanatory. Beautiful card to have. Why not?
Beautiful card. Have you ever considered running cards like Dragon's Mirror as well to get this card out?
Well, I could, but I don't really have the space for it, so.
Can't argue with that.
Yeah. It's 42 at the minute.
Ah, that
I've
would.
got full extra and side deck, so.
That's true.
Nah. I can see your reasons why.
I would say drop one of these and then you could put it in possibly.
Possibly.
Three could be too much,
Yeah.
but 2 will be just fine. That's my
Well,
personal
it
opinion.
works out just fine anyway.
Yeah.
So next up,
Azurize. Of course, you can't make this without a normal monster, and of course,
Yeah.
Red Dragon with any red eyes fits that role.
but
I know what I'm doing. We're not really working against each other. So we're not working.
he's a level 2 tuner,
Exactly.
and he's a level 7 normal.
Me personally, I would run Plague Spreader Zombie, but still, a 2-tuner with 7 Dragon to bring out this guy still works regardless.
But saying that though, Play Spreader will defeat the objective of having Solidarity in the deck.
Yeah, he's a zombie, he's a
Even
dragon.
yeah,
He's a
even so.
dragon. Plus,
But then again, it will get banished.
That's true, yeah.
Plus, if he gets shot in battle, I still get a search.
That's
So,
true.
It's synergy, mainly.
Yeah,
Assuming
yeah.
you've got 2 deep cuts.
So every card in this deck serves a purpose.
That's one hard to do. You could one up. If for the fire blast, you could one that. You could one that.
No, I don't really have the space for it though.
That's true.
Next, double Iron Chain.
So I'm a little bit rusty on this card. What does this guy
Iron
do?
Chain. It's 2/5 attack, so he's got decent stats, and he's level 6, so I can make him pretty easily. Plus it's good for Red Eyes Wyvern as well. if he inflicts battle damage to my opponent, he can send the top. I can send the top 3 cards of their deck to the graveyard.
Ouch.
So it's got deck destruction as well.
For a 2/5 body, that's for a 2/5 body, that's actually pretty decent, actually.
Plus,
Barney's first.
I wish. One of them is not for trade though, because I got it because of my dad. So. So it's got. It's kind of.
Personal.
Not bad, actually.
Yeah, it's 2/5 attack as well, and I can get it easily on 3/3. So.
That's true, yeah.
So yeah, win. Next up.
Just be sure that your opponent is not playing Blast in the Ruins, reference to 5Ds.
Next up, 1 Red Dragon Archfiend. For 2 very good reasons for this. Nearly because it's an Archfiend, because it's me, I like Archfiends. Plus it's a level 8. And this is actually my favourite of the Signer Dragons. I prefer him over Stardust Dragon. I do like Stardust, but I prefer him. And plus it's got 3,000 attack.
That
So,
body.
win. So it's a good beat stick, and your opponent can't hide in defence from him because he attacks a defence position once he's like, hi!
Yeah, that's true.
Bang.
That's true.
Because I run him,
Red Nova.
Dragon.
Oh, bloody hell.
Yeah. Whatever to this graveyard,
So
he
I've
gets
got-
500 tap points for each one.
and I run 2 Dread Dragons.
So that's the extra 1,000
And
if
with
it is a
red,
graveyard.
and with Darkness Metal, it's not very difficult. It's not exactly hard to summon.
Can be tricky, but not entirely hard.
Yeah, it's not hard. It's not impossible. It's
It's plausible.
It just
It's
depends.
plausible.
It depends on the hand, on your hands. You need to have good cards for it. But I run plenty of level 4s. I run plenty of level 4s, so it's not exactly. It's fairly simple.
God damn it, light!
Red Wyvern.
Taps out a little
After that,
bit. Should
I'm
have done
borrowing
this
this.
in the first place.
Because he's got decent effects. He's got decent stats. I forget what he does myself.
Oh, it's,
Wait, so how should you do? During the first turn, and if you have a post on the field where it has attack points, so if this becomes simple summons, you can destroy it.
Yeah.
If it has attack points.
Yeah. So it's destruction, and it's a dragon, so it's got good synergy with the rest of the deck. Plus, like Iron Chain, I can use it for Synchro into Red Dragon Archfiend, or I can go into this guy.
ah, yes, the Scarlight Red Dragon Archfiend. I can just burn everything to pieces.
Yes, and plus he counts.
Almost as long as you take
Plus,
500.
he can count as Red Dragon Archfiend, so Red Nova.
That's another good aspect.
So I could go one way or the other, so it doesn't really matter. Next up, double Stardust.
He says he preferred Red Dragon Archfiend earlier on, yet here he is running more Stardust than he is Red Dragon Archfiend. Do I sense a little bit of controversy there?
I think somebody's trolling.
Me? Troll? Never.
Anyways.
It's like, me? Troll? Never.
Whoa, I've not seen that since 2002.
Like I say, he's a good synchro. So he's good to fall back on. Plus, he's got destruction, protection. So either way, it's a win-win. It's a decent attacker as well. So
I think Link just made this card better, though, to be quite frankly honest.
All credit to Link. Thank you, Konami.
next up, I know when I don't play it often, but Trident Dragon.
Ah, this is always a good one to see when it hits the board.
Yeah,
It's not always one you see, but it's still a good one to see when he does
Oh
hit
wow,
the
I've
board.
never actually noticed. I always thought it was Dragon. It's actually
Dragon.
Dragon.
Yeah. It's a free to attack, level 10, but it's a tuner and a non-tuner dragon, and these are all dragons. It's not exactly difficult to summon with this deck. Plus, when he's summoned, I can destroy 2 other cards on the field, and he gets 3 attacks that turn. So it's a good end game. With free to
Triple
attack.
JD.
Plus with solidarity, that's 4,000 attack.
Almost
4,000
4,000
attack.
more.
Almost
Yeah.
4,000, yeah.
That's like bang, bang, bang.
That's still going to hurt regardless.
Yeah, but either way, you're not going to
Feel
be
that.
walking away from that easily.
Gonna fucking feel that in the morning, mate.
Next up, Exceed.
Like that shooting Quasar that time. Yeah, boy.
That was beautiful.
Yeah.
Let's continue. We're at the 25 mark.
Yeah.
Galaxy Stealth Dragon.
This is this one pretty much makes sense in this deck actually. You run a lot of level 4 dragons and
Yep. And you just ditch a material, you get a dragon. granted it's once per turn, but I say it works with the rest of the deck, so it doesn't really hurt. And I can easily have him sat on 2/8 attacks, so it's not a problem.
And it's from Sexo as well.
Yeah. Bizarre.
Yeah, bizarre, yeah.
As a plus as well, it'll help you push your T Synchro play as well.
That's true, yeah. So you've got plenty of players with it, so it's not. So it's got nice synergy with the rest of the deck. Next one is an odd one, I know. Number 82.
Heartland Draco.
Yes. You get that in the field. You've got a spell card face up. Your opponent
Solidarity.
your opponent can't attack it. Ditch your material, it can attack directly.
That's going to be one very heavy 28. Or maybe 36.
You're going to be feeling that in the morning.
Or maybe 36 if you have both Solidarities on board.
Your opponent's going to be feeling that in the morning. It's a strange choice, but it's got synergy with the rest of the deck, so it doesn't really hurt.
And it's easy to summon.
It's not hard to summon.
Yeah, also, if you have a big board and there's a full dragons, and summon that out, that's pretty much game right there.
Pretty much.
And the last one, I don't think I need to even show you this card. I don't even think I need to explain why this guy is in this deck.
But you're going to do it anyway.
Yes, I am. Because of the rarity.
Oh dear
It's not
God.
about the rarity, it's about the use.
But I actually do have a play set of this. But I do have a use for the. I do have a use for the other one. So it's a reason. It's a good reason I don't have.
Let's just get a close look at this sick gold rarity right here. So disgusting.
Yeah, the reason I don't run all three in this deck is because I'm going to use it for a different deck that I've made recently. A custom deck, in fact, that will be coming to light soon. But yeah,
Well then.
any deck that can rank 7 runs this guy.
It's just pretty much became a staple from there on out. You can just go into him for late game purposes as well, which makes him more dangerous.
Plus, burn.
More burn.
This is the main burn up deck. I have won with this guy as well. It's like I got my opponent down to like 800 life points, and they were playing heroes. And they had 800 life points. So in Miracle Fusion into Great Tornado.
Oh
So
dear.
that's 500 for Miracle Fusion and 500 for Great Tornado's effect. Sorry, your plan there was what exactly?
Tell you something funny though. Using this against mermails, that burn
Oh God.
in cubics.
Oh dear
He just sat
God.
there and like burn.
Just imagine if Dragon Rulers were back and they can make this guy religiously. This could be
Burn.
dangerous.
It's like, do you want to quit just now, burn? Now, I know many deck profiles don't show this, but this is the side deck.
Now side deck is usually personal preference, but
But there are good
this guy.
there are good reasons why we're showing this. Because the card today, do you want that would go well in the deck anyway. The Red Eyes Burndown anyway, but I can switch if I want. So some of these cards will make sense. Some of these cards you'll think, well, yeah. Some will think, oh.
Well, let's save him and find out.
Yeah. The first card is because of a deck I actually mentioned earlier.
Oh,
Yes.
is it Heroes?
No,
Is it Blue Eyes?
it is. It is Blue Eyes. One monster in particular.
Okay then, let's
Twin
see.
Burst. But it does, rather ironically, have a good use for a certain other monster that a certain Blue Eyes player I know uses. Well, you'll probably guess when we get into its effect.
Galaxy Dragon.
Galaxy. Aye. 2000 attack. It can't attack directly. It can only attack a dragon-type monster. But when he battles a dragon-type monster, he gains 1000 attack for that battle only. Plus, that monster's effect negated.
Oh!
Makes sense.
That makes sense.
That's good for Twin Burst. He's no longer indestructible.
Exactly.
And can you say Beals?
Oh my God.
Oh, beautiful. That is beautiful.
Plus with Solidarity and that effect, he's attacking Beals on 3000 attack with 3/8 attack.
Yeah, Bielsa is not going to survive that.
No, neither is Twin Burst.
Nice members. Beautiful idea.
Next up, More for power than anything.
Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon.
Galaxy Eyes!
And those XYZ manipulations as well.
Yep. So good against Zodiac, so you just got, say if your opponent goes at Zodiac, and he's got like 20 materials, you just go, no.
Nice.
Yeah, they can't even respond with Whiptail with this. It activates like Mirror Force, it's in the battle.
Yeah, no. Yeah, back, your materials go, oh, he's just getting 500 attack for all of them. Oh, sorry, how many materials did he have? 20?
It's like a Cyframe Lord Omega, but for XYZ monsters.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this is like Whiptail, but it's just something that you just can't do anything with that.
Oh, let's move along, we're at the half-hour point, so afraid.
It's again from the old days, and again, you should know it from you'll have seen it in my other deck profile.
Trap protection.
Red Dragon. I really want to just trap protection. Once it's
Mirror Forces are getting popular once again. Well, not standard Mirror Force, but other Mirror Forces are getting popular.
That's
Storming, Quaking.
He gets around it.
Quaking won't be that good considering the can't be
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Does anyone have a Storming? I do.
Back to deck profile.
This guy, with the deck as well, will be coming out on Red Eyes attack. He can get Red Eyes out on free to attack, and this guy on Red Eyes attack in like one turn.
Also,
Really easy. It's stupid with this deck. Plus, like I say, I attack, so none of my usual surprises, no cylinder, no mirror force, none of that malarkey. No deep prison either. By the way, you mentioned earlier about Black Flare. It's your one.
Okay.
I could swap out if I want, so yeah. Going back to the old version of this deck, sort of as a backup if I'm facing if I want to get over powered decks. Red Eyes Darkness Dragon.
A classic nonetheless.
Yeah.
Classic?
Definitely.
Night Shroud. Gains 300 attack for every dragon
Oh,
in your
no.
graveyard, so...
I think I'm going to die with the amount of characters thrown into this deck.
Right at Stormwind. He's a level 1 tuner, plus he's got good protection for normal dragons.
The fact that this guy can give a normal dragon piercing as well, can he give him piercing? Yeah, I think he can give him piercing.
And he can protect him, so...
It's just really silly that that guy can.
Wait. Next up, of course, natural choice for Red Eyes.
The ritual.
Rituals!
Just like the Blue Eyes version.
It's a good counter for like Super Heavy Samurai.
If I want to destroy
Because it battles monster in defense, destroyed. Plus like tribute, get Red Eyes. Get that in the spell out. He's back.
And I think the most interesting factor, if my camera would decide to frickin' focus. I had it good enough right there. Well, this guy's not a warrior, he's a dragon.
That's true. So he's better than the Galaxy Eyes version.
He's more dragon than warrior.
Yeah, he's better than the Galaxy Eyes version and the anime version of the Blue Eyes one. Next up, Ollie, because the card's coming up. Good reason I was running why I run Stardust.
Okay, never mind.
Very good character.
Next up, for Polly, first at Dragons.
Oh, now this makes a whole bunch of sex. I almost said sex.
Yeah.
Shut up. Sense in a deck like this.
Yep, so,
Self-explanatory though.
yep, self-explanatory choice. And that's one. It's not the actual card, but it's a proxy for now. Starry Red Fusion Dragon.
A lot of things in this deck are dark, so...
Yes, a lot of that.
You have no extra monsters and you don't have a link monster.
A lot of dark monsters. And it's a good counter for like Twin Burst.
Just what the bloody hell are you doing?
Been weird.
So it's a good counter again for like Blue Eyes and Cyber Dragons even, because he could just steal Twin Burst's effect.
That's true. Alright then, so that is it for this deck profile if I recall correctly. Anything else that you want to dish out before the end of the video?
I can think of. There are plenty of other cards you can run. I mean, if you wanted to, you could run the Meteor Dragon. Well, the new Meteor Dragon fusion. He would go well in this deck. I personally don't run him, but it's mainly because of space that I don't run it. And I probably won't run him anyway. I do have him, and a lot of the red would work in this deck as well. But again, I don't run him mainly because of space. But in your versions, you could run it. It's up to you. But this is just what I run it, how I run it. I say, but every card in this deck has a purpose. As you see, I think I've mentioned many of their purposes, but other than that, yeah, if you've, and I'm always looking for ways to improve it. Any ideas? Comment below, and that's it.
Well then, until next time, guys, this deck profile has been quite an interesting one, I'm not going to lie about that. Combining classic Beatdown with Burn is quite interesting, and I'm not going to lie, I actually do like that deck a lot.
Also, Chris's channel will be in the link description below.
If you're watching this on my channel.
And a link to his channel will be in for my
Description.
yes. Another note about this deck. The deck, other Red Eyes deck profile that's on Raging's channel there, this deck has actually beaten it before.
Well then, until next time, guys, I've been Raging Raven, he has been Son Goku, and until next time, me, him, and why not them? Would really, and why not? Would really love it if you all would.